Hello, everyone. Welcome to Arcana Homesteading. We're your hosts, Sherry.
And Shauna.
And...
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sherry has a
We're
baby.
here. She just fell asleep. It's perfect fucking timing.
It was perfect timing. This is why we do things late at night.
Yeah. Late at night.
It's not that late, but it's probably late for you.
Yeah, it's... No, even I was like just talking to Lorenzo on the phone, you know, because he's out. And I was like, hey, so when you get here, you know, we made spaghetti, blah, 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 blah. Or Grandma made spaghetti. But Auntie is here too with the kids. We're podcasting, but stop in and say hi. Like just open the door and say hi.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're podcasting this late? And I was like, yeah, well, you know, the kids, you know, they're like chilling.
They do better at night.
They do better at night. And baby's asleep. Like
They need less
sunlight?
No, I was gonna say they need less like stimulation from like us, you know, like it's not like we have to constantly be there being like, hey, like, you know, go outside or go do this.
Yeah.
It's like they're ready to chill, like their body, so they're like, we can sit and watch a movie, hang out with grandma and grandpa. They're gonna frost some fucking cookies.
That's
right. Gonna be great.
It's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah, and then like it works way better. During the
it
day,
really
it's
does.
like they're so hyped up, like, you know,
like on crack.
Yeah, and they they're like running around. They're like, Mom, you know, she hit me, and they stole this, and my Barbie's dinner in the neighbor's yard. You know, it's just like over and over and over. And you're just like, yeah, this is our lives. I mean, I'm sure we'll still get interrupted because, you know, Sherry had to have 1,000 kids.
There's 6 of them, not 1,000.
Anyways, so we recently did a fucking episode. Not a fucking episode. We did. It's not that kind of show. We did an episode on like minimalism. Minimalism, is that a word?
Yep.
Okay. Check.
That's all. Yep.
And we had somebody write in. His name's Jonathan. I don't know if you go by Jonathan or John, but I'm going to call you Jonathan because that's what it said on your Facebook. So, and he was like, he had the perfect, because we were like talking about, we're like, I don't know what we'd be called. Like, we're definitely not minimalist. We're not like, you know, what would our name be? And he's all, your name would be, what did he say? That it was the haphazard hoarding homestead approach.
That's right. Yes, that's it. You nailed it.
I fucking loved it so much.
Know. We were laughing hysterically.
I was laughing so hard to his comment. Like, I was like,
so fucking
great. It was
great.
so funny. And it was like perfect. I was like, yes, that is us. Jonathan, thank you so much for knowing us so well. And then he also said something like, you know, he's like, I like your podcast, even though it seems like a girl's night sometimes.
Guys, welcome.
Yeah, everyone's welcome. We don't judge.
That's right. That's right.
Anyways, it was pretty funny. I found it very amusing. But we're gonna write a book, and we'll have to give Jonathan the credit for the name. The haphazard hoarding approach to homesteading. Everybody would want to read it.
Who would not want to read that?
I know,
I'm not even joking about writing a book. By the way, we're gonna fucking write a book. It can't be that hard. I mean, I can write.
You can actually.
I can.
You're good at writing.
And you have the imagination part, you know, throw in some stories.
My childlike wonder.
Yes.
See?
Between the two of us.
It will all come
and
together.
Jonathan.
And Jonathan,
yeah,
thank you.
Exactly.
Are you going to proofread it for us?
No, we'll give that to Dad.
I was going to say, Dad would be a good one for that too. Anyways, it was pretty funny. But he was also talking about... So his family, they just had a baby. So congratulations to you guys. That's amazing. But he was just saying how much busier he was. Like, he couldn't keep up with his garden. He has canned like a shit ton, but he still has like a crazy amount of like veggies. Like, he has, I think it was tomatillos, and I want to say jalapenos. He has like an insane amount, and he's like, I'm so tired of canning. Like, I don't know what to do with basically this like bumper crop. And I think he got the jalapenos from a neighbor, but it's nuance.
Yeah. I mean, congrats on keeping up with that while having a baby.
I mean, even the amount that you canned, I was
like like that's like,
it's a good job.
Yeah, I mean, great job. Enthusiastic thumbs up.
Right? Like Sherry, for instance, this year, you know, she was pregnant, and just her garden was she had like one thing after you really did kind of get like sucker punched like multiple times.
I did, between the stupid pests and the stupid daughter flower. Who the fuck even knows what that is? I found out the hard way. And, you know, anyways, it was just, I just went in there and just ripped everything out. That was how I dealt with it.
That's how you, that was your...
A little therapeutic. You know, you're
It was
just like
liberating.
very liberating. My kids are like, "What happened to your plants, Mom?" I'm like, "I fucking ripped them out. Doesn't the garden look great?"
And they're like, yes.
They're like,
Sorry, I just
"Yes,
have to fix
yes,
this a
it
little bit
does."
because I realized I got the wrong one, like an idiot. But I just realized it now when I was looking at the thing. Anyways, is that better? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I think I made it worse.
You did make it worse. How did you do that?
I don't know. I'm amazing.
It was perfectly fine.
There, is that better?
You're fucking with it too much.
Okay, sorry. I didn't. Okay, I'm done. Anyways.
Shauna.
I know. Well, this thing is like annoying the shit out of me. So, there are definitely. Wow, that's way. I fucked it up, everyone.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have problems.
Yes, you do.
Okay,
It's fine.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. So, obviously, we have said this many times. There's like
A season for
for
everything.
you know.
And sometimes you fucking just have to let things go. Obviously, that's not really a tip.
So
But I don't know. It's just like your frame of mind and what's going to make you happiest. And for me, when I went through that stuff with my garden, what made me happiest was just ripping everything out. Because I knew that if I didn't do it, like, no one else was I couldn't rely, and I didn't want to make it someone else's problem. Like my garden.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be like, Abby, who's my oldest, his girlfriend, and I'm like, can you go water the garden for me? Because I just don't want to deal with it. Like, no, right? So, anyways.
So I think if you know that you're going like Sherry knew she was pregnant, but she couldn't plan for all the other shit that happened, right? Sometimes shit just happens that you can't plan for.
Exactly.
And sometimes shit in life happens that you can't plan for.
100%.
You don't know. Like I know Jonathan was saying that his wife had like a harder pregnancy and stuff. But you can't plan for that kind of stuff.
Yes, exactly.
So you don't really know that that's going to happen. So, but you can kind of like, so I think everybody can be a certain way, like in their garden or in their home or whatever. And we've talked about, we're haphazard hoarding homesteaders. So we're not, so like there's things that you can let go of, but you don't have to let go of it completely. Like, how Sherry was just like, it was liberating, like, fuck it. Like, that's fine if you get to that point. But there's some things like you can let go of, like the pruning to where you're not pruning as much as you would. Or like basically tending to your garden as much as you would. You can let go a little bit, maybe you're not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have the automatic waters on, you're not in there like weed eating. It might get a little bit more overgrown. It might not look as how you have it every other time, but you're still getting veggies. It's fine. Like, fuck it. Right. Like,
oh yeah. Hands down. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Like it doesn't, if you can let go a little bit. And I think it's a good balance. And that's in everything in life though. Like, honestly. Like,
oh yeah. I mean,
especially
raising
when
kids
you have
for
a
one.
family.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let that shit go. Let it go.
Let it all go.
Yeah. Like, don't worry about it. Like, just like, yeah, you be that haphazard hoarding homesteader. You were meant to be.
It's a fun life.
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I love it. We're awesome.
I do love it. I'm like, this is the way it is.
As far as like, the other thing I wanted to say too, there are things that you can, if like you're getting that point, and even like I was thinking, not that like we're like super old or anything, but obviously like, being like 40 and stuff, I'm like looking into the future and I'm like, at 60, it's going to be a lot harder to bend over all the fucking time.
Not if you stretched like a mad woman from now until 60.
I'm going to.
You just have to get on a regimen. See, that's something not to let go of. You know what I mean? It's priorities, people. You got to pick which fish to fry.
Well, like still, I have a bad back and shit. Like it's already like hurts now. So that's what I'm saying.
No,
like
sure.
when I'm 60, it's probably gonna like suck. Like my boobs are killing me right now. No idea why. I think it's your baby. And it's like I feel like my milk dropped.
You're like, but I have no milk.
I was like, ow. Anyways,
stupid babies.
Stupid
baby smell.
babies. I know they just get to
they
you.
put off
like,
whatever.
I don't
right?
even have a uterus, and I'm like, I need to have one.
I think I'm lactating.
All the guys listening are like, ew.
Whatever. It's not you. That's what they're meant for. Not your play toys. Like,
well, they think they are.
I was telling because earlier, like, you know, I just like I have like an overproduction of milk, right? And so like I'll just think about her. Like I can just think like someone else is holding her, and it's not like I haven't held her in like hours. Like it's been maybe
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, like maybe 10 minutes.
30 seconds.
And I'll kind of look over at her and I'm like, I wonder if she's hungry. And my milk's like dropping now. We're dropping the milk down. I'm like,
You're like, damn it. Yeah, Sherry does not have issues in the
So
milk
ridiculous.
department. Like, if she was a cow,
yeah, I'd be a prize. I'd be a prize cow.
Everybody would be like, you want this cow.
You want those genetics.
Yeah. Anywho, so what I was going to say, though, is there are certain things that you can plan for. Like right now, I'm trying to get more of like a perennial garden going.
Yeah.
You know, to where, and I want to get my food forest, which I know we did an episode, but we didn't know too much about it at the time. We're going to do a whole nother one now that we know way more
Are
about.
we?
Yeah, I already talked to you about this.
Did you?
Yep.
Okay.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah.
You just had a baby.
And when she says, now that we know, she means her. Just FYI. I don't know any more than I did that episode. Still don't know.
You're like, You're like, I'm holding a baby.
This is my job.
That's
Just
my
like,
job
boop,
now.
right here.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're gonna do another episode on that. Sherry's gonna love it. She's gonna be.
I'm gonna sit here and be like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's kind of like when we do our porch talks, when we do like the creepy episodes. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And like I know the story and I
yeah.
tell you and I just
no,
get
it's
your
fun.
reaction.
It's fun. Yeah.
It'll be like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Except, well, and you know,
And I love how like critical Sherry is about like all that stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. Not about Food Forest, about like aliens and monsters. She's very, very critical.
those are fun episodes.
I know, huh?
Those are super fun.
Yeah, we just released another bonus episode on Porch Talks. If you guys want to check it out, it is about the Flatlands monster, and if you don't know, you should, and you should go check it out. It's fun. It's kind of like Mothman, and if you don't know that one, that's on there too.
You're saying all these like obsolete, like no one knows those, by the way.
They're fun.
No, it was fun.
Yeah,
It was a good time.
I know, and it was kind of fun learning about too, and kind of researching it. But I'm kind of weird and eccentric, so I like that kind of stuff. But
She found curtains.
I want them so badly.
So toile is like a design, right?
Most people have
just
like the
Google
French
it.
country.
Yeah. And so
You
she
know.
found these curtains that are like a toile design, but within this toile design, kind of like not necessarily hidden,
It's
but
not
just
hidden.
like within the design.
Uh-oh.
No. She's crying. Cannot be a thing. Anyways, within this toile design, there's like this, like a person being like beamed up by a UFO. And like, I was just like, that's.
I've never wanted curtains more in my life.
And her like explaining it, like she just was telling us, we just had dinner like with her whole family, and her explaining, everyone's like staring at her like, wait, what? It's so fucking funny. And my mom's like, Jim, Shauna found curtains she wants. They're $100 a panel.
You're just
Whoa.
like your baby's
Whoa.
throwing herself all over the place. They're just expensive. So
My
I'm
dad's like, you should buy them for her.
I know. And I was like, thank you, Dad. You should buy them for me. I wants them. Yeah, they're definitely not in my price range, but like I totally like if I
100 a panel is like freaking crazy, by the way.
I know. I found
It's
them
insane.
cheaper. I found them cheaper, but still, they're still like pricey, and I need multiple panels of it in my living room. Obviously, can't just have one alien panel. Multiple must happen.
It'd be so weird. You have like the alien and then like whatever.
I love it. I love it, and it's all like it's like kind of like can't. It's very cute. Anyways, what were we talking about? Were we talking about UFOs? Damn it.
No, we were in fact not. We're talking about food forests.
Food forest. So we're gonna do an episode, but there are ways to make your life easier to where you don't have to prune as much, to where basically everything is like more, think of more like a symbiotic relationship, and things just happen like naturally. I am not like I don't like pruning things. It's not that I hate doing the task, because obviously pruning is easy. I just like things to grow the way they want to. And I know obviously like with some things like tomatoes, you get way more tomatoes if you prune properly, right? Same with like peppers, even the jalapenos. Like if you prune properly, you get a larger yield than you would if you don't. But there's something about like the plant and how, like, again, like I'm crazy and eccentric. Like I just like how things grow naturally, and like it's so beautiful just how it happens. Like, you know, I don't know.
In nature.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
like I don't like to over like even I have these bushes that go along one of our fences, and my in-laws are like, you have to prune these, like you have to cut them and like shape them. They should be shaped. I'm like, I hate that. Like hurts my brain even to think about. If they're all
you
like,
hate the like Edward Scissorhands, like
I love Edward Scissorhands. If he wants to come and like shape my bushes, I was like, I shouldn't say it, but I was like, I'm gonna do it anyways. He can anytime he wants.
wow, sounds really bad and very funny. I love it so much. Edward Scissorhands wants to come shape my bushes. Wow.
Okay, getting way off topic. But I hate like
no,
Like,
I know
make
what you
it a
mean.
unicorn?
You do. You don't, because it is a unicorn.
special. Okay, it's special.
You don't like manicured, essentially.
Yes.
Yes, I do not as well. No,
Like
it's
you
not
know,
my favorite.
not like in the right setting.
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
Like if it's like a castle, you know.
You're like, you got a castle? Well, then you can't have manicured bushes, okay?
No, you should have manicured bushes in a castle.
Right. Sorry, I meant you,
You know,
should.
like you know, you have like the little castle
In a
gardens,
castle,
right?
Or
With
like, I don't
with
know,
the
like
hedges that are all like you
like
know,
the
like a
Japanese
maze.
tea gardens, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's like a place for
exactly.
it. It's
There's a
not
place.
at my house.
Yeah, no.
You know,
It would look weird. It would look weird. Yeah.
very weird.
It
It
looks
like
off.
out of place.
Totally out of place.
You know,
I
it's
agree.
like in the country and stuff. And
Yeah.
you have like manicured, like what the fuck
well,
is
and you have
happening?
like chickens running around and like
I
a
know.
turned over or whatever the fuck to
I
make us
know.
a whatever. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It just would. Yeah. Same with our place. No,
It does.
would
It
never
doesn't
go.
fit.
It does not fit.
It doesn't fit. So,
Yeah.
anyways, if it fits for you, if you have a castle, you should do it.
We'll call Edward Scissorhands for you.
He's coming to my place first, though. So yeah, so there is ways to get around all of the work, is what I'm saying. Obviously, you have to put in a lot of work to like get to that point, but then it is definitely. Anyways, we're gonna do an episode on it, so be quiet. But it's gonna be amazing on food forests in general. But there are things you can plant that are perennials that you don't have to like
Worry
keep up
about as much. Yeah.
And then his other question was basically like, so if you do have a bumper crop, which is definitely like a good problem to have, right? To have like, you have like a shit ton of whatever the fuck. It's not a bad thing, but then like just keeping up with like either processing it or saving it so it doesn't go to waste. Because it's just like, it sucks when you're like, you know, the vegetables sitting on your counter. It's like, nah, like they're dying slowly.
All that work for
Yeah.
nothing.
So even
Which in and of itself depended upon the quantity of your bumper crop. And that was Jonathan's one of his questions was
Yeah.
or problems was saying like, I just have canned so much and I'm fucking sick and tired of it.
sick and tired of canning, which
Yeah.
is that's amazing that you can that much.
I
and
know.
You have like a newborn.
Good
so
job, you.
It's amazing. I think
Yes.
we already told you. Like, good job. You're amazing.
But good job again.
You are.
Yeah.
So, but there are different things. Like we did like like different ways to preserve besides canning episode. So you should definitely listen to that if you haven't. But there are several other things like, I know, like giving them to like, you know, your family. You can even put up like a sign, like if you have like, you know, whatever out front property. If people are driving by your house, unless like there's nobody ever fucking driving by, but like if people are driving by, like you can put up a little sign that says free veggies, like to whoever wants them, needs them, you know.
Yeah.
And people can just
That's
pick them
very
up.
true. Yeah.
And that's like a nice way to like, you know, kind of give back to your community or whatever. The other thing I was saying, instead of like, I know like canning is huge. There are quick ways to do things, and I'm sure a lot of people know, but like with my jalapenos, because I was getting a bunch of jalapenos, you can do, it's kind of like the quick pickling or whatever. You just make the brine, you let it boil, you throw your jalapenos in, and they're basically done. And they stay good for like 2 to 3 months in the fridge. It's like, that's long enough for me. I'm good, you know? I'm good.
Right.
Obviously, it's not going to last until the next time I have jalapenos, but they last long enough to where I can give a few cans to Sherry, to, you know, my parents, and it's just like everybody has some jalapenos.
I never got any.
I gave some to your husband. I gave a can to Juan.
Okay. Well, he ate the whole can then because it never made it home. He's in the car like, this is my snack. Okay.
Anyway,
Psychopath.
I am making more. I still have jalapenos coming off of my bush. I'm not gonna
And
be
now
able
with
to-
that joke, you're
Yeah.
not going to be able to like say
Like,
that
it's
word
crazy.
and not
I
think
know.
of vagina.
It's Like, have we ever been able to say that without thinking of that? Has that ever been a thing? I don't think so. Anyways, so like that's a really easy thing to do. What were some of the other things I was like saying that you could do? Boop boop boop. Oh, you know what you could do with? I know like tomatoes are usually
boop boop boop.
boop boop.
It's
boop,
like
boop.
her head's like a computer. Boop 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 boop. Where are you, Thought?
You can do like pickled chips. Like it basically it's just like
yeah.
you know, dried fucking tomatoes, but like they're delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And dehydrating things is
It like takes
easy.
forever, but it's easy. You just cut the fuckers up and put them in the
She
dehydrator.
is a bad baby. She finally went to
Everybody
sleep.
keeps coming in and like looking at her like,
I know. They're like, you still got her? Okay.
are you making
That's
sure that
unfortunate.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Because I want it.
No, all the kids just want to hold the baby.
Yes.
What? Okay, it's cold in here. It's
I was
freezing.
going to say it is cold.
I had like a ton of zucchini, like so much zucchini. Definitely had like a bumper crop. I just planted way too many plants. I don't know what I was thinking. I've planted zucchini before. It wasn't my first rodeo.
Sean was like, "This is yeah. 20 plants. It's gonna go great."
I only planted like 6 plants, but like you know,
I
six
mean,
plants.
they
That's
just
just way too
give-
many.
yeah,
it's just
they
way
just
too many.
give so much.
They just are like, here's another zucchini, and like here's 10 more, and just the next day you're like, here's 15. You're just like, we're good.
You're like, "Oh no, there's more. There's more coming. Don't worry."
So I talked about how I froze a bunch just because it's easy and it does last like a few months in the freezer. But the other thing I've been doing now with the zucchini coming out of the garden, because it's like the end of the season and I'm like over it, I have been giving a bunch to my chickens. And like, I feel like people underestimate, like it's not, their food's not going to waste if you're feeding it to your chickens. It's
Well,
like, it's
100%,
less-
especially to your chickens, because since
Or
they're giving you
anything.
eggs, especially, and you're making by giving them all those different those food like the treats or whatever you want to call it, like it's making their eggs so much healthier for you, and so that's how I think of it. Like when I give my chickens like anything, I'm like making healthy eggs.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and even to animals that you're not whatever.
I mean, those animals you still have to feed. If there's
Exactly.
anything where you have to buy feed and you can buy less feed because you can feed them some of the bumper crop that's coming out of your garden, or even if it's not a bumper crop,
Saves money.
it's saving money.
Exactly.
In that way, and that's not like a loss for you. So like if you have chickens, I would definitely like start cutting them up and throwing them as chicken treats. I literally pulled the zucchini plants out because I was like, I'm tired of you guys. I'm sorry. You guys did great. Love you. And I just threw them to the chickens, like the whole plant. Here you go.
Yeah.
They still
no.
had zucchinis all over them. I'm like, hey, have fun with that. And they did. They enjoyed it immensely.
Yeah.
But like the tomatillos and stuff like that, the chickens will eat those up. No problem.
Oh yeah.
So I have planted tomatillos before, and I planted them this last year, and I don't think I like them. I know people make like salsa verde with it, which I like.
Yeah, I
salsa
won't
verde.
be. I mean, my garden didn't. I mean, but I had the tomatillo plants, and the daughter flower got to them, but I don't really find that I use it often.
I just
But
like,
see, that's probably just obviously that's just me, and I just am like, no, I'm not fucking making a salsa. My husband can make a salsa, like, but I'm
I
not.
totally would. I just
Yeah.
when I eat them, it makes my mouth like zingy,
No allergy.
like the zingy feeling.
I do know that feeling, and it's because I eat pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to pineapple, though,
Mhm.
as you brought up to me. So, yeah, it says
It's
not
the zingy,
no
it's like-
no food should make your mouth zingy, as you said to me. Where were we? We were at some restaurant with the
Yeah.
kids, and I was like, that feeling when you eat pineapple, and it just like it hurts, like my mouth hurts, and you're like, nope, don't have that. And I was like, yes, you do. Everyone has it. It's how it
Thing that
always has
everybody
been
has.
my whole
I mean,
life.
it is acidic, but it's just like
But see, when I eat anything that is like lemons, I don't have that
yeah,
problem.
no, you shouldn't. It shouldn't be all like the zingy feeling is like uncomfortable.
Yeah, it hurts.
Like you're like, I don't like it.
Your brain's like, you're allergic, dumbass. You're like, but it's good. I'm gonna keep eating it.
So like that was my problem this year. I don't know if I just hadn't been allergic to them before,
It's possible. You can
or
new
if it
allergies
was,
pop
like,
up.
I also was like, what variety? I never know what variety I have. Like how people have like the little, like fucking little
Books and like
No,
sticks.
not just
and,
they're little
yeah.
sticks, and they're all like, this is this variety, and like people like on. Have you ever watched people on like YouTube besides us?
Not us.
Not
but-
us, not us. But like the other people, they're like, this is this variety. It's blah 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 of hailed from wherever, and you're like, what? Why do you know that? Like,
why do you know that? I mean,
I have to, like, I'll be like, oh, that tomato must be this based on how it looks,
right?
know?
It's like fucking purple. You're like, oh, that's that tomato.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
well, this must be a Black Beauty tomato.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking black. Like
Yeah.
it's like the obvious ones. But sometimes I'm like, what variety did I plant? I have no clue, none at all.
I don't really care to know. I don't care to know. Just don't care. I just plant shit and whatever pops up, and that's great.
See, it's
We're gonna eat
times
it.
like this where I'm like, that tomatillo made my mouth zingy. I wonder if other tomatillos would make my
I'm
mouth
gonna
zingy.
guess yes.
You would guess yes? huh?
Yes.
I'm going to try them.
Okay. Well, you have fun with that. Don't die.
I was like, extra zingy, that one. I couldn't like get over it. So I don't think I'll be planting them next year. It's not for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, so
Dad never made me tea. I'm tired.
I think he did.
Did he? I think Mom stole my tea. She's like, "Oh, this must be for me," and I was like, "I think that's mine, actually."
You can have my tea.
No, it's fine.
Have some.
I will in a second. Once
peppermint.
I can.
It's delicious. So yeah, so I think a lot of the times, like I said, giving stuff to your chickens, it's not a loss. So like if you don't
I agree.
have like chickens,
Wholeheartedly.
like you have to have something. Like, do people not have animals?
It's a weird world, but there are people who live in it. Yes.
Like I'm like, we're always like, what can
I mean,
bunnies,
pigs.
guinea pigs,
Yeah, I
pigs,
mean,
they eat everything.
They eat everything, and then like my daughter gives a bunch of stuff to her rabbits. Rabbits have allergies to some shit, like tomatoes. They can't have tomatoes, avocado, blah blah blah. But like, she, a lot they can have, especially from the garden. So, anyways, yeah, lots to do. What are you're pensively thinking about something?
I was trying to, because I had like other things in my brain before this that I was
Yeah,
like,
it's
I
gone
wanted to
now.
say that, and I was trying to like find it.
Yeah.
Click, 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 click.
You're like,
click.
come on, little guy up there. What
Like,
are you
what
doing?
are you doing? Stop thinking about Edward Scissorhands. It's over.
He's like, I'm watching the movie right now. Okay, gonna have to wait.
It is a good movie though.
The kids watched the movie with Dad a little, like, I don't know, a couple weeks
You
ago.
make me want to do this. Like I can't.
Sorry, I don't
that's
move.
fine.
She's like, meh,
Yeah.
meh,
No,
meh.
I get it. I just like
But my
want
back
to do it
hurts.
with you.
No, I don't want to do it. I'm just like,
Do
oh
you
my
want me to
god.
hold her?
Yeah, do you want to?
Yeah, I can.
Hopefully the transfer's not going to wake her up.
But go ahead.
It's like transferring a bomb. Not that I've transferred a bomb before. Move your hair. Move your hair. It's all going to be in her face. Also, not that I transferred a bomb. Obviously, that'd be weird.
Like only 12 times. It all turned out okay.
So your hair is still in her face.
Okay.
Like, what is this? Where is this piece of hair?
Ow.
There we go. Okay.
Anyways, go
Ah,
on,
so nice to not hold her.
madam.
Yeah, I don't, and it was just the movie Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. And my kid just watched it, and like, at the end when like the bad guy like dies, right? He like falls out the fucking window, whatever the fuck, like stabbed.
It happens.
Okay, so it's like crazy, right? And because it's not, you don't think it's a kind of movie when you're first watching it. My kids have never seen it before. Like, I know it's happening because I've watched the movie. And Daya's like, oh shit, my 14-year-old. She's like, and she looks at me, she's like, I was not expecting that. She's like, I didn't realize it was that kind of movie. Like, he literally just stabbed him. I was like, he punched her and kicked her across the room. He deserved to be stabbed. Like, you don't punch and kick a little tiny girl. Like, it's so
You get
rude.
stabbed.
I mean, we all know that Winona Ryder is a kleptomaniac, but I don't think she deserves to be kicked in the chest.
That was when she was younger, Sherry.
Still, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's a great human now.
I'm sure she is.
Yeah.
I don't ever see her in anything anymore.
Stranger Things.
Oh, see, I don't watch that.
Because you're weird.
No, it's not because you're weird.
No, that's a great show.
No,
it's
I've watched.
fantastic.
No, it's not for me.
It's a great show. She does such a
No.
good job in it. She's adorable. I love
I'm
her.
sure she is. I don't not watch it because of Winona Ryder. I'm saying that I don't watch it because it's just not my jam. That's why. It's a weird show.
You don't like anything unless it's like a rom-com, though.
Or cartoon. Accurate.
And even then, you're like, anime? No, not that kind of cartoon. specific cartoons.
Legend
Disney
was watching.
cartoons.
Yes, that's accurate. Legend was watching Pokemon, like the original like cartoon Pokemon. It's so fucking funny to watch it now. Like,
Ash Ketchum.
yes, my boys used to watch it.
Gotta catch 'em all.
So dumb and lame. He was enthralled though.
Yeah, kids love
It's
it.
totally right up his alley.
Kids fucking love it.
Yeah, Aiden turned it on for him, and like even my 20-year-old was like kind of zoned out on it for a bit. I was like, Aiden, you're holding the baby. It was so funny.
It was bringing back memories for him.
It was.
Yeah.
And he's like, remember what she watched? Remember like Digimon? And
I hate fucking Digimon though.
my boys used to love
So
Digimon.
did Ronan.
Like
Fuck.
it was, they loved it more than Pokemon.
See, I wasn't like a huge
I don't
fan
know
of
why.
Pokemon, but I'll watch it. You know, I'll be like, yeah, watch some fucking Pokemon.
No,
But, like,
I'm not a fan of Pokemon.
But like
It's so,
Digimon,
like, weird.
I literally like I hated it so much because it was all like, you know, blah, blah, blah. I hate it. I can't even. I hate it. I hate it. It was so dumb. I was just like every time Ron's like, I want to watch Digimon. I was just like, fine.
You have terrible taste in cartoons. Okay, we're putting that out there.
Oh God, it's so nice that they're older and we can actually watch like Stranger Things. Like, what do you want to watch? Stranger Things? Yes. You know, we don't have to watch like Digimon or sometimes like we watch something like, you know, forgot what River was watching the other day, but she's like, isn't this so good? I was like, it's the best.
So good. I'm having the best time.
It was like a cute show, but it wasn't anything like enthralling where you're like, ooh, you know. No monsters were like, you know, killing people or anything. It was
Yeah,
something
you're totally dad's
very
daughter.
basic.
You're, you know, things aren't just things don't have to be considered basic just because people aren't dying like terrible deaths.
Yes, they do.
Okay, yeah, something is very
That's
wrong
what
with
basic
you.
is.
And you know what's funny is I've always thought with dad like that what was wrong with him was like being a police officer and seeing a bunch of
There's
shit
nothing
for
wrong
like
with people that
14
like
years.
Stranger Things and like.
I'm not saying that's something wrong. I'm saying
you
that
kinda
I mean I
are.
did just say
yeah,
that,
you
but
did just say it.
it's funny because I just thought dad had all this weird and dad is so weird. No, I'm not just. No, it's not Stranger Things. Dad is weird. Like dad is on another level of weirdness
No,
with
he just
shows.
appreciates.
No, he watches really, really, really just like such weird things, and he's like, it's fine, and I'm like, Dad, I have that daughter of mine is scared of, what's the show that she does not like, movie, Princess and the Frog. It creeps her out. Okay, and you want her to watch this fucking what the fuck is even
Who
on
is that,
TV?
Corelli?
Yes,
Oh
Corelli.
my
Very,
God,
very
that's
sensitive. She
hilarious.
does not like anything
Princess and the
remotely
Frog.
scary. She does not want anything to die. No, 100% no animals dying. You know what I mean? Like, hands down, no.
You can just. They have that website, doesthedogdie.com.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
We're always like, does a dog die?
Yeah.
Like in every movie, if there's a dog in it, that's the first thing I'm looking up.
Yeah. Juan, we come in the other day and Juan has on Hooch, and I'm like, the dog dies at the end of this, so we need to turn this off. And Curly's like, the dog dies, and I'm like, you're not gonna watch it. It's okay. Dad's gonna turn it right
And
now.
It never happened.
That's right. It was never made. She was like, oh my God, he's so cute though, and I'm like, honey, it doesn't really die. He's an actor he's
I'm
an
sure
animal
he's dead
actor.
Now. It was when was that movie made?
I didn't say that because that would have made her sad. She's
definitely
like
dead now.
reality. No.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
No.
Yeah, see, that's you too, though. You don't like anything.
No, yeah, she's exactly me.
But it's not reality. It's because like you don't like Stranger Things too. You don't like anything. Like the emotion you want to feel when you're watching TV shows or movies is just happiness.
I just want to feel happiness, or I want to laugh. I want to do both.
Yeah, but it's
Happy and laugh.
But there will be no like.
Yeah.
There'll be no or like like.
Those are great sound
emotion.
effects, and yeah, none of that.
Yeah,
no,
none of that.
None of that, and no, I know 100% no suspense and no spooky
That was
pop
my
up
suspense
things,
noise.
and then like creepy weird things, blood. No, none of it. Do away with it all.
Yeah, Sherry's super fun.
I mean, I think I'm great.
She's like, if it's not a Disney movie, we're not watching it.
That's right. I mean, I have.
And even then, she has her, you know, it has to be a good fucking Disney movie. None of this, like, I don't even know.
There's not a Disney movie I don't like.
Like, your mother can't be with you anymore, Bambi.
I mean, obviously it's very sad, but I mean, Bambi as a movie as a whole.
You would not let your kids watch Bambi.
I did.
You did?
It was several years ago, and I regret it. Regret my choices. You know, I've always said Bambi made lots of vegetarians. You know, it's a good
true.
thing, you know,
It's true.
seeing, you know, all the empathy, blah, blah, blah. But no, I scarred my girls. They were scarred.
See, I didn't let my kids watch it.
Yeah. And which is weird. Very weird coming from you.
They can watch Stranger Things.
Yeah,
okay?
I was going to say,
They
your
were
kids.
sad in Stranger Things when the little, demi-dog, it was like a dog demogorgon, died. I cried too, though, so I mean, I get it, but like,
My kids, but no.
It was so sad.
No,
So
it's
sad.
not ever.
No.
See, and then, it's funny because I always give my husband shit because he always wants to watch like just car shows. I'm like, why do you only watch car shows? Why?
Does it make you happy?
No.
Am I laughing?
This is why, because literally everything else he turns on, I'm like, no. Oh, no.
Change it.
Obviously not. No. Like everything. He's like, car show it is.
What's a car show?
He's obsessed with classic cars.
Ew.
Yeah. I know. It's so weird. Because he's not really, I wouldn't call him like a car guy at all.
Apparently he is.
Well, no, he's really not, though.
Why don't you take him to a car show for his birthday? He'd probably love that.
Yeah, I should do that. It's thoughtful. I just
Yeah,
don't
that's
ever.
thoughtful.
I was like,
Oh
yeah.
God, there was like a car show, like set up. Sorry for anybody that's like super into that, but it we were going somewhere for the kids, like one of their vaulting shows or something, and there was like people were walking
Oh, yeah, that
around,
was-
and
yeah,
I was all,
yeah.
like, and Ronan's all, why does everybody look the same? It's like all the guys were like in a hat and had like a mustache and like a beard, and I was
You're like, because that's the person.
That's
That's,
the
the
person that
guy.
loves fucking car shows. I don't know. It's just how it is.
My husband doesn't wear a hat, so it would not be
So
him.
he can't go to it. He can't go to the
Yeah,
car
see,
show.
forbidden.
Forbidden.
You're about to hit her in the face with
I
this
know.
whole
Yeah.
thing. There we
You're
go.
gonna turn my back to me.
Your
Where's my
back's
back?
already towards you, you dink.
Oh,
Why?
I don't know. Anyways, we got off topic. We got onto movies and all kinds of crazy things. So, but the back to Jonathan's original thing about having extra things. It definitely isn't a bad thing. And even
You
like
just said things so many times in a sentence.
thing,
that
thing,
was
thing. Because I'm holding
hysterical.
a baby and it's distracting.
Isn't it distracting?
It's so distracting.
It's like you
I
just
was
want
like,
to sleep
when
with
you
it
were,
or stare at her or something. You're just
When
like-
you were holding it, I was like, what's she doing? Like, I get it. Because I was like, I just want to keep looking down at her, but I know I can't. And like, I just.
It's just you're like,
And
she's
you're like, I want to
asleep.
sleep with it or stare at it. I definitely can't talk into a microphone at the same time.
She's
very
so
difficult.
distracting.
It is really distracting. Like, this is not going to work.
Such a
Somebody
terrible
fucking
person.
take this baby.
Seriously.
It's so
Like,
hard.
it's so funny. Like I was just like over here staring at
I
it.
know,
I would
you
look
were.
up at the camera, look at you, like what's happening?
Why
I'm
are we-
lost.
why-
What
why
are we
are we
talking
here?
about?
I was going to say, though, the other thing that isn't a horrible thing, I know it sounds like you're wasting food, is if it is going into a compost pile. Like, I know it's technically like a wasting, but then it's food for your plants for the following year.
Yeah, and if you're like big into gardening, it definitely is something you want to do because the compost, the dirt that comes from the compost that turns, into dirt, amazing. And it's something you cannot buy. I mean, unless you're buying someone's compost.
And even
like,
then,
hey there, pal, can I buy your compost
Yeah.
off you? Be like, for $1 million fucking
is your
dollars.
name Johnny Depp?
Then no. That has no honey in it. That is so weird you're drinking that.
It has a little bit.
I mean, the trace, just so small. It's
I
just
mean,
like,
did you see their honey though? I wasn't like impressed. I was like, eh.
I mean, it's raw and organic, and it's not
No,
coming
I
from
like
your
my
bees.
honey.
I know. I like
my bucket of honey.
I
Jerry.
like your bucket of honey too.
It comes from a bucket or nothing.
I'm just like, I tasted that. And I was like, that is so weird. She's drinking that.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Sherry said, composting is huge. And starting off with good dirt is the best thing you can do for your garden.
Yes,
The
definitely.
best thing. If you want to have a good crop every year, if you haven't been successful gardening, start a compost. And start a big one. You will never be all like, oh, I have too much compost. Like, it's just never going to be a thing.
No, that would never be a thing.
It's
Depending upon,
It's
I
like
mean,
being like, oh,
no,
I
just
have
would-
too many chickens. It's just like, nobody says that. Nobody says that.
Well, I mean, some might say that.
Nobody says that.
Yeah, Cheryl and Cheval, when they were here earlier, they have chickens now, and they're like, we have too many. Like, yeah.
Well, they're not chicken people then. How many's
no,
too
I
many?
don't think they free range them. I'm not sure what they have, but they seem like they have quite a few.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, they just got some, and Cheryl was
Even
like,
when I had like close to 100, I was like, I could have more.
I mean, we do have probably 100.
I don't anymore. It's very sad. But like, I could squeeze in a few more, you know?
I mean, I could too.
See?
Especially silkies.
Yeah.
I want to get some silkies.
I have some.
I know, and that's why I'm getting some.
They're adorable.
They're so adorable.
We
I want a rooster again to like chase the kids. It's like the funniest thing.
We have a silky rooster named Kitty. He's very naughty and he's very young still, but when you pick him up and you're holding him, he literally just will like peck at any flesh he sees. Like
Psychopath.
He is a psychopath. I was like, you're a bad kitty. Bad kitty.
And that's exactly how she talks to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cow, his sister, she's a good cow. She's a good cow. She's chill. She just sits there.
I swear the silky roos they just like
They're so
come
feisty.
very, very feisty.
Yeah.
Like I've never had no, I take that back. We did have a rooster, a Rhode Island red rooster that would chase the kids, but we penned him up because he was like fucking huge and he would actually
He
do
was
damage.
actually trying to like hurt them. Like the silky roos, they're just like, I'm gonna get you, but they're like an old man chasing you with their cane. You know, they're really not gonna do anything to
Very
you.
fluffy old man. He's like so, and his little wings
Like,
out.
get off my grass.
He's like, I'm so big.
Yeah.
And they're like this much off the ground. Like you're like,
So cute.
You're adorable.
We had one though. Stupid Poof was his name. He was not mean at all.
No, we had roos that were not mean too. Like the silky roos.
They can be feisty.
Exactly.
They have the ability to be feisty. Kitty's feisty.
Yeah. So young too. It's so funny.
I know.
He's like, I'm 8 weeks old.
I want to peck your fucking eye out.
Have fun with one freaking eye.
Yeah. We had a chicken try to peck Ronan's eye out. Remember Axu? Yep. Pecked you right under the eye. Made him bleed. I literally, because she was trying to go, it was a hen. She was trying to go for his eye. 'Cause it's like shiny, right?
Yeah, they do that. Yeah.
So she like tried to go for his eyeball. I was like, Jesus Christ.
I said, gotcha. She pegged me right.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. She's like, who has who now? Got you right in your eye. That's what.
Anywho, so Jonathan, I hope we answered some of your questions. I know it's not like, we're not like, you should can more. We don't think you should do that. Like
We
said,
don't think you. Not that you would care if we did. Like, yes,
I'm
ma'am.
Like, well, I'm just saying, like, we know you're tired of it. Like, you just like we said, like, it's okay to let things go, especially like, you just had a baby. Like, spend like prioritizing is huge in homesteading life for sure because there's so much to do all the time.
Yeah.
If you're not prioritizing, I think this is with any type of life you have, right? Even if you're like a workaholic, like you have to prioritize family over everything. Like your family needs to come first, bottom line. Then everything else kind of can fall into place. Like family life first. Hold your baby, stare at it like we are.
You'll get very distracted very quickly. Speaking of prioritizing family, Juan's like, when are you guys going to Disneyland? And I was like, you mean we? When are we as a family unit traveling to Disneyland? And I was like, it's December 4th to the 8th. Like, why? And he's like, well, I'm just not going to be able to go. And I was like, you're going to Disneyland.
He already took the time off work.
You already have the time off work. We have no money because of the incidents at work. We weren't working forever. Like, we just can't do it. And I was like, you're going to Disneyland. I don't care if I have to knock you out over the head, drag you into the car.
Family.
No, and the other thing is, like, you're my driver. You have to go.
Did you tell him he's going?
No, I made him feel, I was like, I appreciate your work ethic, but you cannot let it get in the way of family. I was like, you're going to have mad regrets when you're like 65, 80, what the fuck ever. I don't know.
Yeah, because what's the point of it all?
What is the point of it all? What is the point of you working so hard when you're like, I'm not going to go on our one family vacation per year?
Yeah.
Like, don't be an idiot.
Yeah, don't be an idiot.
And so, and he was just like staring at me like, tick, 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 tick. I'm
He's like, she's right, but I'm not going to say she's
That's right. That's right. So anyways, he's going to go. Because then today, he's like, I don't even understand who's taking care of the animals. What about Cookie? Cookie's our dog. And I was like, we have people coming. I have Lisa, and then we have Daniel coming, and we have it all split up because we have like way too many animals.
You're good.
And we're good. And he's like, Daniel's going to come and take care of the animals. Yes, honey. He's capable. He's a capable teenage boy. It's good. And if all else fails...
Don't hear that sentence often, huh?
Yeah, right. If all else fails, I can always be like, Lisa, would you go down and check my animals?
Yeah.
Make sure they're being fed and all.
Yeah.
Water.
No, Daniel will definitely do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He
and
loves
I'm paying
Cookie.
him. So yeah, he does. He loves dogs in general. So yes. it shall be good.
No, yeah. I definitely take the time. If you have a new baby, don't worry about everything else. Hold your baby, love your baby, be with your family, take care of your wife, all that good stuff. All the rest of it.
Definitely hold your infant all the time. And if this is your first baby, I don't know if it is, Jonathan, but this little like infant phase, it just, you're going to blink and she or he's going to be like 5 years old. I'm not even joking.
It sounds
It
so
just-
fucking but it's so fucking true.
my
It's
God.
like annoying how true it is,
It's
too.
so annoying. It is. It's really, really annoying how fast this phase goes. This little lumpy, like I'm a bag of potato phase, and they're so sweet and just so precious.
And by 4 months, they're just, you know,
they're
moving around
exactly.
and like
6
have more
months,
opinions. 6
crawling.
months. Yeah.
And then like
And
year
then
and
it's,
year,
and then it's
year
done.
and a half.
And then
Yeah.
once they start crawling, it's
Yeah.
just like, it's over.
It's over. It's over. Exactly. All
No
the
lumpy
opinions.
potatoes for you.
No, exactly. So yeah, we like never put Hero down. Like she's just never put down. I don't know. There's so many people to hold
Too
her,
many hands. Yeah,
Too
that
many
wanna,
hands.
Want to hold and stare at it.
and I'm just like, if someone doesn't want to
Isn't
hold
she
her,
cute,
I'm gonna
though?
hold her.
She's so cute. Do you see how cute it is? How do you not want to
I
just stare
know.
at it?
So cute.
We're kind of infatuated with our babies here.
We have mom syndrome.
Moms?
Yeah, mom loves infants.
She does.
Yeah.
She does. I was like,
She's
I thought
very
you meant like
happy.
moms. Like, where are moms?
Oh, that's funny.
I was like, syndrome. Like, yeah. I mean, we do.
I guess we are moms. No, our mother's syndrome.
That's funny.
I'm honestly really surprised she hasn't poked her head in that door and been like, "Give it to me.
I know, me too.
It's my baby."
She's probably getting out the cookie stuff. Anyways, thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Jonathan, thank you for writing in and
Yes,
for commenting. We
thank
loved
you.
all of it. Haphazard hoarding. What is it? Haphazard. I always forget. The haphazard hoarding homestead approach. Is that it?
That's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Um,
But I'm very tired, so I could be wrong. I'm like
You're
staring at
like,
the screen.
it's good enough. It's good enough. Anyways, thank you guys all so much.
Yes.
We want to give a shout out to Lexi C. She
Yes.
is our
One of our highest.
it's our rocking chair tier on our Patreon. And if you're a rocking chair, you always get to shout.
If you're a rocking chair,
shout outs.
yeah,
Shout-outs?
shout outs. Good
If
job.
you're a rocking chair, what kind of chair are you? Sounds like we're in Alice in Wonderland. Sounds
You're
like the Mad
what
Hatter.
the fuck are they smoking? Yeah, what was that noise?
It was like my laugh, but it like vibrated back at me. I was like,
I wonder if they could hear that. That was really,
they
really
definitely
weird.
could because
It was like a ghost in a microphone
Oh,
or something.
fuck
That was
the last
fucking
episode.
crazy.
You guys, I don't know if you guys listened to it, but the last one, the fire alarm. My mom's was burning things. And
Oh
the
yeah,
fire
how
alarm
did
was-
that sound?
Oh, it was annoying. Even like
Oh
it
shit!
was
Way
so,
to go, mom.
Yeah, it was so obnoxious. I was just like even in the thingy when I was watching it, like my eye was twitching. It was awful.
Well, sorry about that. In the future, we'll have our mother not bake when we are podcasting. She does have a tendency
forbidden to bake.
Have her fire alarm go off. She's a great gal, but
baking's not her thing. It's fine. She has
Skill
lots
sets,
of
people.
lots of good skill sets. This is
she
not
does.
one of them.
That's right. That's right.
But she was making us food, so we don't care if it's burnt. We're just hungry. Anyways, thank you all so much. Thank you, Lexi, for being an amazing patron.
Yes. And go
And-
check out Porch Talk if you haven't already. The link to that will be in the show notes.
Yep. Other than that, we
And
will
yes.
talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye.